Okay, dear students, let's start with this questionnaire. There have been different questions from different people related to SRTs, related to attitudes. Now, these answers can be simple answers also, but I'm trying to explain it so that you can understand it thoroughly. Let's start. Now, this is Rahul Arora from Chandigarh. He's asked, how many SRT one should complete in the given time and why? As I found that I'm not able to do more than 25 or so, please suggest way to do so. See, SRTs are 16 number and you are given 30 minutes to do that. Now, automatically, if you will write three lines, you will not be able to do more than 25 or maybe around 25, 28. There is no number system. There are people who are very good in their personality, aura, their way of looking at others, their attitude, that they automatically, even if they have performed less, they get selected. But if we really want to put it on paper and we want to see your decision making speed, because that is also quality of speed of decision, yes or no? So when you are going for that, we expect you that you should do approximately 40 plus at least. How is it possible? Well, one, process is to practice. Second, process is that to identify what you would like to do naturally. There are going to be many SRTs. Your best friend says this, you have to do this. I will understand what my best friend wants. Do this, comma, do this and solve. Now, in this case, you have used 1.5 to 2 lines. That is all. And in case you have written 1.5 to 2 lines, you will be able to do 40 SRTs. But you will have to expose your mind to n number of possibilities of SRTs. Now, what is SRTs? SRTs are attitude, right attitude, mature attitude, understanding of situation, solving accordingly. Even if you don't want to get selected in the armed forces, or if you don't get selected in the armed forces, you will be benefited by solving SRTs. सिचुएशन रिएक्शन टेस्ट एक तरीके से आपको तैयार करेगा, आपकी सोच को बेहतर करेगा, आपकी इट विल मेक यू मैच्योर, परिपक्व बनाएगा आपको, और परिस्थिति की सॉल्यूशन सिखाएगा. आपको एसआरटीज बहुत सारी करनी चाहिए. इससे आपको आइडिया लगता है कि ये परिस्थिति आ जाएगी तो मुझे क्या करना चाहिए. व्हाट विल यू डू इफ दैट सिचुएशन कम्स? एंड बिलीव मी, by practicing, you will do exactly that and you will be very benefited by doing so. Is it clear? So now here, as I've told you, there is no criteria that you do only this much will problem. You have to raise your speed, write fast, improve your writing. Many of you have no habit of writing. Please improve that. If you will not do writing, then at that point of time of test, your hands will not move fast. So at least 40 आपको करनी चाहिए, 40 करनी चाहिए. इससे आपकी स्पीड ऑफ डिसीजन भी आ जाती है, पर उसके लिखने का अंदाज आप अपने हिसाब से बना सकते हैं. There is no criteria of answering. There is no reason that you should pick any answer. आप अपने दिमाग को तंदुरुस्त कीजिए तो अपने आप छोटा उत्तर आप तैयार हो जाए. Once you make your mind healthy, you will automatically get a summary for the answer. Is it clear? So 40 plus. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, Mr. Anugrah Banerjee from Asansol. You want to be an armed forces officer and are making all effort to be one, but continuously not succeeding you will. Now, this question is for repeaters. Many a time when you are repeating performance, you are learning from different sources. Don't do that. You learn from any source, but filter whether it is appropriate for you or not. आप कहीं से भी कुछ सीखिए, पर अपने दिमाग में एक छन्नी लगाइए. देखिए कि क्या वो वाजिब है, क्या वो लाजमी है, क्या वो प्रैक्टिकल है, क्या वो इंटेलिजेंट है कि नहीं. Look at the solution. Is it relevant? Is it practical? Is it intelligent? Do it. There is nothing wrong. Common sense and logic is always appreciated. Maturity is always appreciated. Balanced emotion is always appreciated. but excessive emotions, no, no, no. ज्यादा इमोशनल नहीं होना है, ज्यादा दयावान नहीं बनना है. देखिए, अगर आप महाभारत में जाएंगे, if you go to महाभारत, you will find the more favorite character was Arjun, and less favorite character was Karan. And why? Because Karan was very, very kind, but Arjun was balanced. And thanks to the guidance of Krishna, Lord Krishna, to give respect to everyone, Lord Krishna, he learned to balance his emotion. So his answers, his actions were considered appropriate. Though Karan was very kind, very emotional, very helpful. So don't become skewed. Skewed माने एक तरफ पूरी तरह मत झुक जाइए, बैलेंस रहिए. तो अगर आपके इमोशंस अच्छे हैं तो आप सटली बनेंगे. और दूसरी बात, sit down coolly, see what is your biodata, see who are you, what are you writing, is it relevant for you, are you trying to pretend too much? Go back to the basics of your personality. If you find you are a poor speaker, improve your speaking. If you find that you are not able to think, don't go for variety of thoughts. Think appropriately for your circumstances. You will do better. Psychological balance comes from meditation, relaxing your soul. Don't panic. Panic will take you nowhere. घबराने से कुछ काम नहीं बनेगा. रिलैक्स करिए, अपनी कम्युनिकेशन लेवल सुधारिए, अपनी नॉलेज सुधारिए, कई जगह से डिफरेंट आइडियाज को पढ़िए, पर अपने दिमाग से सोचिए क्या आपको उसका अच्छा लगा. नकल मत कीजिए, अकल लगाइए. यूज इट फॉर नॉलेज बट प्रोसेस इट टू गेन इंटेलिजेंस, नॉट रिपीटिशन. इज इट क्लियर? एनी डाउट्स? And the moment you put everything in right, SSB is such a beautifully designed system, has such a beautifully designed system that you will be automatically be natural, you will be fluid, your face will go beaming with confidence, and you will enjoy your participation with the team and you will get recommended. The moment you feel the pressure of performance, your face becomes serious, becomes shocked, and the result is poor. So don't do that. Is it clear? So got the point. If you are a repeater, sit down with yourself, sit down with these videos which we are posting. Try to understand, what am I teaching? Am I teaching you very technical? Yes, no doubt. This marks, that marks. No, I'm teaching you something which is completely common sense and logical, which is absolutely fit for healthy psychology. ये बात और जान जाइए, हेल्दी साइकोलॉजी और अनहेल्दी साइकोलॉजी का अंतर. प्लीज आइडेंटिफाई हेल्दी साइकोलॉजी. हेल्दी साइकोलॉजी इज अ पर्सन विद हेल्दी साइकोलॉजी इज अ पर्सन who acts appropriate to the circumstances. Person with unhealthy psychology acts with outside influence. He is not having his mind in the right place. So if you have healthy psychology, go by the right option. Is it clear? Got the point? So do this. I'm sure, Anugrah, your problem will be solved. Next, Yash Singh. Your classmate is challenging you and has come with friends to beat you. You will. This is unfortunate. This happens. Youngsters fight with each other. Now here, if you raise your ego, if you want to fight with him, I think you are doing a big mistake, because number one, you are outnumbered. वो ज्यादा लोगों के साथ आए तो मारने के लिए आए, गलत बात. चलिए आप सही है, वो गलत है, पर नुकसान किसका है? आपका है. You will suffer. So what are you supposed to do? You have to suffer. You have to protect yourself. You have to take protection. You have to politely resolve, accept. Even with idiots, you should accept. And later on, when he cools down, you will automatically connect with your friend back again. याद रखिएगा, गर्म तवा हाथ जला देता है, और वही तवा जब ठंडा हो जाता है, आप आराम से उसको यूज कर सकते हैं. So always remember, don't get into arguments with friends. If there is, try to resolve by compromising in total. But once the problem is resolved, accept your mistake. Ask forgiveness. Take the help of protection. Resolve it. After that, talk wisely. Right now, not the right time. He's come to beat you. He will not listen. He'll be aggressive. So you have to resolve by becoming sorry. Don't argue with him. No, you are wrong, you are wrong. No, you are multiplying your trouble. I'm teaching you life lessons. It is important for everyone to understand. It does not mean that you are changing your words. No, it means I'm wisely doing as per the situation. Clear? Next. We come down to Aryan Sharma. You are tired and you want rest, but your friend wants you to help him in his important project. You will. See, there are many times when you are tired. Now, what is this tired? It's a mental state. Yes, agreed. Everyone gets tired. So, some people are selfish. So, they get easily tired. जो लोग थोड़े स्वार्थी होते हैं, वो जल्दी थक जाते हैं. और जो थोड़े से हिम्मती होते हैं, वो और स्वार्थ कम होता है, वो लोग देर में थकते हैं. They are able to sustain. So, if you see you are tired, okay, I agree. Tell him that I'll just take a small break and you go have coffee or take small rest and then go and help him. Now this shows that your mind is powerful, and whenever your mind becomes powerful, your body's energy becomes powerful. Your body is able to give extra. When you run for a marathon, you feel tired, थक जाते हो कि अब नहीं हो पाएगा. पर कई लोग उस समय हिम्मत नहीं हारते और वो एक्स्ट्रा कर ले जाते. तो शरीर हमारा गुलाम है, हमारे दिमाग का गुलाम है. और जिस वक्त हम दिमाग को शरीर का गुलाम बना देंगे, उसी वक्त हम कमजोर पड़ जाएंगे. The moment we will make our mind the slave of our body, we will be weak people. But the moment we make mind the owner of our body, we make it stronger. Is it clear to all of you? So learn this point and hope you will understand this. Now we come down to Nishant Singh, Ghaziabad. You see your girlfriend with some other man in a very passionate hug, you will. Now, see, it's very natural. There may be a possibility that you are misinterpreting. Sometimes even while hugging a daughter or a sister, one tends to hold so that you feel it's a passionate hug. Come on, stop your narrow-minded thought process. You are supposed to be a broad person, understanding person. Okay, if you are confirmed that it is not brother, nobody else, nothing, then you decide that okay, it's your way, you go your way, I go my way, or I go highway, whatever. But rushing too fast is what? Sign of emotional stupidity. Don't do that. And don't be insecure of the opposite person, or that goes vice versa. The girls will have to understand, you see your boyfriend with it. So you don't have to become so highly charged. If you have this, that means your wisdom is not under your control. अगर आप इतनी छोटी सी परिस्थितियों को गंभीर रूप से बड़ा व्यापक बना देते हैं, उत्तेजना का बना देते हैं, तो आप जान जाइए आपकी बुद्धि आपके संयम में नहीं है. सो कृपया उसको संयम में रखिए. चलिए मान लेते हैं कि वो दूसरे व्यक्ति है. Let's believe that it is the second person. So what are you going to do? Take a gun and shoot them? No. So then leave them. It is understood that the person has some other affiliation, wants to live. Fine. Clear? So remember, sometimes it also happens that your friend must be innocent, but the other person must be very cunning and must have done this situationally. So this happens. So keep your mind fresh. So dear Nishant, keep your mind healthy. These situations are only to ask, only to check your ability to keep your emotions under control. We had this naval commander who landed up in South and thereafter killed the fiancé's lover and cut him into pieces. Now what happened? The girl got free, the fiancé's lover went high sky, and what did he land up in? He landed up into jail. Why? If someone is not valuing your emotion, and if you deliberately get after it, I think it is foolish. As per legal system, it is your foolishness. So you should never fall into it. So whenever you find that somebody is playing with this, and it is lucky that it is your, your girlfriend or your fiancé, no problems. It is too early. You can leave them. Go, go, go. Is it clear? Chalo, let's go further. Rahul Panigray, Kolkata, you are appearing in an important exam and your father started construction at home. In between, he falls ill and he wants you to manage the construction. You know that the exam is very important to you. Now, this is what? This double priorities. This situation of double priority. This is a situation of challenge. You are working at something and your father was started a construction. Now he's become ill. So what are you going to do? अरे भाई अब उन्होंने शुरू कर दिया है तो फादर के साथ आर्ग्यूमेंट थोड़ी नहीं करोगे. Work harder. Get up arrangement for construction and then study. Be there nearby, but continue your study. If they require something, give them and get the job also done and get your job also done. Remember, when you become an adjutant in a company, you will have to do multitasking. And you should have the ability to handle such stress. Such multitasking आपको करना आना चाहिए. ये नहीं कि तनाव हो गए, एक काम हो रहा है, मैं दूसरा कैसे करूंगा, मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. इसका मतलब आप कमजोर है. Is it clear? Got it, not got it? Okay, next. तो आपको दोनों करना आना चाहिए. Now we come down to Devika Chatterjee. Again, Asansol, okay? A lot of people, God bless. You want to go for a picnic with your friends outstation, but your parents are not permitting you. It seems you have a very possessive parents, or maybe that the situation you are asking is related to what you were asked in the interview. Okay, never mind. See, what happens many a time when we want to grow big, our parents are not adjusting to it. So what do we have to do? We have to assure them. We have to convince them that we will take care, don't worry. We will have to request them. We will have to take charge of the situation. You know, whenever a young boy breaks away from the umbrella of parents, or a girl breaks away from the umbrella of parents, parents tend to be protective. But after a time when they are assured that the boy or a girl can manage on its own, then they leave that protection. Same thing applies here. यहाँ पे क्या है भाई, आउट पिकनिक जाना चाहते हो पर आपको मना कर रहे हैं, तो आप you will convince your parents, you will make them understand that it is reasonably fine. You, if they want, you can take your brother along with you or anybody else also in the same picnic, but go out, break the jinx. And after that, slowly your parents will get into habit. So you can write, if it is given, that I will convince them and go out. If necessary, take someone along with me, celebrate, improve their confidence on me, that I am self-dependent, and do it. No issues. I hope you've got it. Now we come down to Rajshri Basu. You love someone from different caste and your parents are not letting you marry the person. Now this is something, first, love is a state of mind. I'm being very straight about it, very rough and clear. It's a state of mind. If you really find that it is sustained over the period, there is a sense of sacrifice, there is a sense of care, there is a sense of responsibility, then you can call that love. Initially, it's only infatuation, it is only liking. So if you love someone, you feel so, and you feel that they are not letting, then in that case, one thing can be done. Convince your parents. Tell them why you like that person. Tell the reasons why you like that person, and convince them that this person will be a good person for your marriage. This way, once they are assured, they will agree. If they are not agreeing, then take the help of some relatives who can help them. Maybe some principal or the other person who is more educated, which your parents respect, call them. तो कन्विंस कर लो, बस इतना सा काम करना है. तो ये अप्रोच ये दिखा रहा है कि आप तनाव में नहीं होते, आप बहुत तरीके से समझा सकते हैं. अच्छा, एक बात और है, when you select a good person, then you have more. When you have a good person, suppose you have picked up a nice person, is well educated, very nice, has a good family, is considerate, then you are convinced, you are very positive that your parents will appreciate, agree. So that show that confidence and tell the parents that I have selected a person with the right wisdom, with whatever values they taught you, and thus I want to go for it. So is it clear? देखो ये why are these situations, if they are given in SRTs, it is only to identify how you react to it. And in case still they don't agree, then you can identify there must be having some reason, find out that reason. And if they have genuine reason, if they have some inner details, agree, they are your well-wishers. So it is not this that if you don't marry the girl, your life will come to a stop. No, but you should make efforts positively and also appreciate that your parents are your well-wisher. Both works. Is it clear? Okay, next, let's go down further. Himanshi Day says, you worship a god and someone is insulting the idol of your god in front of you. You requested to not do so, yet is continuously. Now this is for those people who are very dogmatic and orthodox, who have a high ego. What they do is, their god becomes supreme. For you it is supreme, yes, it is. You may worship the person, it is fine. You can request the person, don't do it. But if the person is doing it, you understand that he is trying to symbolically irritate you. आपको परेशान करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. At that point of time, if your wisdom allows you, you will not fall into that trap. You will not fight with him. You will rather say that, okay, I have said my point. If you don't, never mind. Next time, when you're there, you keep the idol wherever it is, differently. But what is the reason that for an idol, you fight madly? I agree it is symbolical. You can later report the matter to the police, later report the matter to other authorities. That is reasonable. But at that point of time, fighting is unwarranted. कोई जरूरत नहीं. समझदारी बनिए. अब आप बोलोगे सर मेरे लिए तो इष्ट है. अरे इष्ट हैं, उनका सम्मान कीजिए. पर क्या आपको लगता है कि किसी की फोटो जला दे, कोई चीज कर दे तो अति हो जाएगी? समझदारी दिखाई. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि आप बर्दाश्त करें, पर उस मौके पे रिएक्ट करने के बजाय और तैयारी से उसको समझाएं. Take the help of authorities so that he does not repeat it, but in a nice way. So be wise, don't be otherwise. Is it clear? What did I say? Be wise, don't be otherwise. Okay, next. Warren Bish says your father is annoyed with your effort and wants you to leave the home in few days. Now when your father gets annoyed, he is trying to push you. At that time, you should have understanding. Go away from his side. Go to your Masi's place, go to your relative's place, go to your mom, whatever, in case you have that good relations, or go to your chacha's place or go to your friend's place for some days. Let the anger subside, but also simultaneously improve your efforts so that he becomes happy with it. He is your best well-wisher, best guardian. So why do you do that? And tell your mother that I am here so that she is secure, and after his anger subside, return back home. One option. Second option, if he is really after that you should do something and you realize that by leaving that place you will be able to do something, then agree to him. Leave the home, go to the place of work, stay there, work and achieve self-reliance and come back home. So it is not one thing. So if you are able to identify good emotion with your father, you will react nicely. But you already have, then this is catalyst. It will multiply and they will come to know that you have bad relations with your family. If you have that. Otherwise, you should be able to manage it. You should understand that anger is temporary, particularly of senior person. And you should be wise to handle it. Clear? Now let's come down to Ved Verma. You love someone and she also loves you, but she is getting married as her marriage is fixed. You are yet to begin a career. Sad point. If you don't have a career, how will you go and face that? Okay, you have a good family, you have a strong family, you have strong resources. Then, with the help of those people, go and convince the girl's father that you would soon get fixed, and once they have the endorsements of the senior people, then you can delay the marriage and later marry the girl. Otherwise, just because you dream, you spoil some girl's life or you spoil your life. Yes, I understand. Temporarily, you may feel emotionally charged. But when you know practically you are not in condition, so you should discipline your thoughts. You will have to discipline your thoughts. So you will say that in that case, I'll first make efforts with the family if it is possible, if it is delayed. Otherwise, politely, with due respect, say bye-bye to the girl. This can be vice versa for the boys also. So, this to the girl and let her get married, and thereafter think positive and not disturb her personal life and neither yourself. Don't become a two-boat story. दो नाव में पैर रख के आप परेशान हो जाएंगे जीवन भर. समझ लीजिए, अनुभव और सामाजिकता से ये जवाब दिया जा रहा है. This answer is coming from social conformity as well as experience. Got it? Next, go ahead. Experience which we pick from different people's story. Is it clear? Now we come down to Sanjeev Puri from Ambala. How did you prepare for SSB interview? Tell in details. Now this is a very important question. Here many people do not know what to give. You should make good sincere efforts. After you want to become an army officer, you should talk about, sir, I read this book, tell the name of the book. Sir, I also practiced this. Tell the place where you practice. Tell, sir, I also explored certain current affairs. Tell about that. If you have taken coaching from somewhere for 15 days, procedure exposure, tell that. Whatever you've done, tell your best effort. Right? And you should tell that, yes, I gained knowledge, but everywhere I learned that I have to do this. Is it clear? Now, where are we next? Pooja Singh from Panipat. You have arrived in a party and another friend is wearing the same dress you will. Now, very funny situation, but a very interesting one. There are some people who have psychological disorders. They don't want to look similar. They have a process, they have a thinking process that they have to look superior, better than the others. So if they get someone wearing the same dress, they feel ashamed, which is wrong. Rather, you should enjoy the party. You have a twin sister there. You should. I mean, frankly speaking, to girls, I'm saying this. There are many times when the girls generally bother that I hope my same dress is not being worn by others. कि वही ड्रेस दूसरा ना पहन के आए हो. ऐसा गलत सोच है. आपको अपनी चीज को सुधारना होगा, समझना होगा how to do it. You have to understand, you are a wonderful person. Why do you bother for such small things? So this is only to identify how you react. So you can say, well, in that case, I'll enjoy the party. Now that she also wears, make some clicks so that we can remember this as a memorable incident. Baat khatam? Okay. Gayatri Dua from Delhi, you are scolded by a senior in front of your guest and you know it was wrongly placed, you will. आपके guest के सामने आपको डांट दिया गया और आपको मालूम है गलत हुआ है. तो what are you going to do? Don't have nose, Pinocchio, huge ego. No, not required. You can, it is your senior, you will accept the scolding. You will say, sir, there has been some misunderstanding, sir, I'll get back to you. And even in front of your guest, you will tell that he has some issues, there is a misunderstanding. By being mature to understand that the scolding is not a full and final humiliation, you are doing a wonderful thing. अगर आप ईगो सेंसिटिव है तो आपको ये बुरा लगे, और अगर आप ईगो सेंसिटिव नहीं है तो यू विल नो हाउ टू हैंडल इट. और वैसे आपको होना नहीं चाहिए. इफ यू आर अ मैच्योर पर्सन, यू विल नेवर बी ईगो सेंसिटिव. इज इट क्लियर? ओके. Jyoti Sharma says, in case you find yourself in sudden emergency, as your parents face extreme condition and are seriously ill and you have to support financially, but you don't have a job, you will. देखिए, जॉब तो कई बार नहीं होती, परिस्थिति भी टाइट है. At that time, remember one rule of life: work is worship. No work is small. Though rules, work is worship. Number one. Number two is no work is small. कोई काम छोटा नहीं है और काम पूजा है. अगर आप कर्म को पूजा मानते हैं, रोज करते हैं और कोई काम को छोटा नहीं समझते, I think you are doing a wonderful thing. So, if you have a crisis, you should pick up any job which you can get, of an accountant, receptionist, or anything, whatever you can do, or even as a teacher, or even as a tuition teacher, and pass that time. Suddenly you will be able to gain the resources and bounce back and make your things stable. Have hope. Positivity is hope. You should have positivity in your mind. Is it clear? So remember that also. I hope you have understood all these. There is one Janvi R from Meerut. Okay, R, I guess, must have sent. Your best friend is excessively talking with your fiancé, and your fiancé too keeps talking of her open. You will. Now, this is an interesting thing. It's about the insecurity of the mind. It is about your emotional attachment. It is about realizing how mature you are to handle. See, you will be working in the armed forces. जब आर्म फोर्सेस में काम करेंगे तो you will be working shoulder to shoulder with male and female, both will be working shoulder to shoulder to each other. If you have a very insecure mind, you will not be very happy with the organization. So this happens that many a time a fiancé is talking extra, you will tell him that it's okay, but keep the balance because things don't get. And if you find that fiancé is more than interested, then politely tell him that would you like to marry? Or let's call it a balance. First, you should not overreact to that situation. Second, if you find no, the situation is more than that, then politely say thank you to the fiancé and let him marry the other girl, your friend, whoever it is, and maintain distance with them. Now this maturity is easy said than done. बोल तो रहा हूं पर करोगे, हिम्मत चाहिए, मैच्योरिटी चाहिए, और जिस वक्त आ जाएगी उस दिन हमें याद करोगे कि I taught you something relevant. We are already in a populous country. There is no sparsity, there is no scarcity of men, women anywhere. You have enough. If you have the self-confidence, you will get better people. So never feel so insecure. If you feel, get out of that block. And if you get too much emotionally attached, discipline your emotions. So this is what they are expecting from. Is it clear? Now in this question hours, we have tried to cover up a lot of this, but hope you will understand. We will also entertain certain question hours for story pictures. We will do that, but let's go step by step. Now this is Madhu Kumari from Gaya. What are the criteria you would like to look for in your future husband? Now this is beautiful. It's a beautiful imagination. It can also go for wife. Okay? What are you looking for your wife? Are you immature to see that she should be like some heroine? Well, let me tell you, all these heroines are well decorated in makeups and they are not as they appear. Believe me, people here look better than them in natural circumstances. Not that I am belittling them, not that I am escalating you. But if you have the maturity, the most beautiful person for every person generally is who? Most handsome father and most beautiful mother. Why? Because they are people who are genuinely attached to us and really giving the happiness. Anyone who gives you happiness will be beautiful for you. So if you have very clear criteria, you will understand that for your future husband or for future wife, you would like a responsible person, you would like be a caring person, stable person, and mutually cooperative person, hard-working person, so that you both can work together and make a beautiful life out of it. Humorous, happy, cheerful, all these are OLQs. And if you develop that, believe me, SSB will also recommend you. So if you become that person or you choose that kind of person, I think you will do it. Everybody wants intelligent person. Intelligent person does not believe anything stupid, but uses wisdom. Similarly, officer also has to be wise. You have to be little smart looking. Everyone wants that. So remember that you can give a very good answer. I am sure that you will say that, sir, I would like that men. Now don't become that woman protagonist kind of thing that, okay, I want somebody who's not a dominating male. See, males are not dominating. We are all mutually live. Similarly, females are not dominating. But if you see in many homes, you'll find the mothers running the whole game. No, it is the mutual understanding which can help. So remember, nobody is dominating, and if you say like this, you will look like a rebel. And rebel is never fit in any organization. You have to be balanced. You have to understand that. So you don't have a dominating, you just have to talk of the positive thing. Don't talk, I will not like a dominating husband. Who told you to say about dominating? So don't say this. You say this, that, sir, I'd like a person who's like a good friend to me, humorous, lively, cheerful, positive, intelligent, and creative, so that we both can enjoy living in coexistence. Is it clear? Good answer. This works for even wife. Supportive. Now you don't have criteria of cooking good and other thing. That is temporary. You can also cook good. Even if you are a male, you can cook good. Even if you are female, you can cook good. So remember, it's not about cooking, it's about managing all the things. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Everyone is understanding. So we are developing your approach clearly. Now, Rupa, Daya, Sonipat, if you have a very orthodox mother-in-law, how will you manage? See, this is a very funny thing. It is related to role playing. This answer can be related to role playing. Now, what do you mean by role playing? You know, when you play a role in your life, when you have someone very obstinate, you tend to respect the person for whatever that person is. For example, if you have a very obstinate person, you respect the person, so you do things for that person, as per the person, and slowly, over the long period of time, make them relax. Similarly, orthodox mother-in-law, do whatever she feels, but also slowly convince her, mold her, possible. But if you get after her, rigidly oppose her, disagree totally, you will create problem in your own personal life. So try to understand this, and that is where role playing comes. That whatever you are, along with it, you should appreciate. Many of you who are becoming warriors are disturbing their personal life. Whether it is a male or it is a female. Don't become warriors, be smooth operators. Is it clear? Learn to understand that different roles are necessary. It is not double personality, it is different roles. Remember that. Is it clear? Now we come down to Kumar Deswal, Prayagraj. What should one do in case he enters parent room and find them embracing each other passion? I think you picked up that Alabadia's question from there, a little bit of. Anyway, to be very honest, you walk into anyone's private room and you find them embracing or some situation. First, you have to learn this. You have to immediately turn back. You respect them, so you'll turn back because it's a personal moment. You can go back. Number one, it is of embracing, right? Hugging each other. It's okay. Parents do embrace each other. Now, at that point, you should leave the place, give them and apologize that I'm sorry. And next time, be very careful that when the room is closed or they are entering their room, knock and enter. Is it clear? This is how you respect each other. And this can happen even in the office. When you walk into someone's CEO's office and you walk in the wrong time, you should learn to knock and go. That knocking shows that you have the manners to discipline yourself. You have the manners to follow discipline. You have the manners to live properly and happily coexist, giving living space to each other. अगर आप जीना चाहते हैं तो आपको सम्मान करना चाहिए. माता पिता को भी सम्मान देने का एक प्रारूप है कि उनके कक्ष में या अन्य जगहों में नॉक करके जाइए, उनको वो प्राइवेसी दीजिए. आप भी लीजिए पर उनको भी दीजिए. इसी तरह आप ऑफिस में भी इसी तरह काम कीजिए. तो ये जो विवाद है छोटा सा कि क्या करना चाहिए, अरे भैया माता पिता है, तुरंत पलटिए और उनका सम्मान रखिए और बाद में क्षमा मांग लीजिएगा. आई एम सॉरी आई केम, वो लोग खुद ही क्षमा कर देंगे. पर नेक्स्ट टाइम बी केयर. पहले ही लग रहा है, नो प्रॉब्लम्स. गॉट द पॉइंट. If you have molded this question and asked me, I want to teach you this, that your wisdom will help you have good relation with everyone. But if you are not wise, you will suffer. Is it clear? Parents are your own, but still you have to respect them. Done? I think we have covered all the questions. Yes, we have covered these few number of questions. I hope you have understood different attitudes and made yourself wiser. God bless you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.